Welcome to the Saddlebrook Preparatory School 2026 graduation celebration. We are so grateful that all of you could join us this evening to celebrate this momentous milestone with our senior student athletes. First, let me recognize several special guests in the audience tonight. Mr. Pat Barrow, our Vice President of Saddlebrook International Sports. Mr. Thomas Blake, Director of Performance Tennis. Mr. Alvaro Bentaker, Tennis Academy Leader. Mr. Sean McGee, Tennis Academy Leader. Mr. Davide Tortora, Tennis Academy Leader. Mr. Jorge Cabrera, Tennis Academy Leader. Mr. Mark Hershey, Director of Golf Instruction. Ms. Leah Travey, Residential Life Manager. And Ms. Claire Trueluck, Residential Life Assistant. We appreciate you joining us this evening. Next, I would like to introduce the guests on stage with me tonight. If you'll please rise for a moment for recognition when your name is called. Mr. Naftali Villanueva, and core values co-chair. Mrs. Hannah Pippin, she's our high school English teacher. Mrs. Latricia Carson, and AP math teacher, curriculum and technology committee chair and prom sponsor. Mrs. Katrina Keys, she's our school operations manager, core values co-chair and prom sponsor. And then Mrs. Pamela Willoughby, she's also our college board and online organizers guru. Miss Jenna Campbell, our school English teacher, AP language and literature teacher, and National Honor Society sponsor. Dr. Erin Robinson, high school AP history teacher, student council and prom sponsor. Mrs. Amy Teston, our middle school teacher, and Dr. Matt Perez, our high school science teacher. In the audience as well is Mr. Chris Rosinski, he has a lot of jobs this year. Middle school math and high school electives teacher, college planning advisor, social media coordinator, and yearbook designer and content creator. The graduating class of 2026 is a very special group of young adults. The class is comprised of 9 students hailing from 5 states and 4 different countries. Your high school journey began in 2022. The graduates of 2026 learned from their classmates before them how to adapt and adjust to life at Saddlebrook. The friendships they developed and the connections they made while at Saddlebrook will last a lifetime. These bonds have helped them cope with and persevere through the last 4 years. They have strengthened their bodies and prepared their minds to step onto a new campus and begin their next journey in life. Right now, as the school year wraps up, I find myself reflecting. Throughout the years, we saw glimpses of students' growth physically, academically, and athletically. We observed, like peeking through a window, small moments of insight, achievements, struggle, and joy. However, it was not until their senior year that we started to see the bigger picture. If you step back and take it all in, you began to realize just how far you've come from the bewildered 14-year-old that stepped on Saddlebrook's campus as a freshman. Not sure where your classes were, not sure where you would eat lunch. Now you're the proud seniors that we have here tonight. You can really see how much they've grown, matured, and flourished. With that being said, I want to personally thank all of the parents, family members, and friends in attendance, and those who couldn't be here tonight, for allowing Saddlebrook Prep School and the Sports Academy staff the opportunity to teach, train, support, and advise your child or children. To be a part of their journey, there is no greater responsibility than mentoring a child, and we appreciate each of you for the decisions you've made to place your child's development in our hands and under our care. Thank you. So now what we're here for, let's recognize the senior class of 2026 by having them stand when their name is announced. Valedictorian, Conrad Catlax. He is a tennis player from Richmond, Virginia. Conrad is an honors graduate, president of National Honor Society, vice president of Student Council, and a Spartan ambassador. He is attending the University of Florida in Gainesville, Florida, to pursue a degree in engineering. Co-salutatorian August Yost. He is a tennis player from Jackson Hole, Wyoming. August is an honors graduate, secretary of the National Honor Society, historian of Student Council, and a Spartan ambassador. He is attending California Polytechnic State University in San Luis Obispo, California, to pursue a degree in computer science. Co-salutatorian Guanhua Van. He is a golfer from Almaty, Kazakhstan. Guan is an honors graduate, co-president of Student Council, vice president of National Honor Society, and a Spartan ambassador. He is attending Hong Kong University. From Mexico City, Mexico. Mario is a Spartan ambassador. He is attending Clarkson University in Potsdam, New York, and playing on the men's golf team. Kingston Chubanitsa. He is a tennis player from Louisville, Kentucky. Kingston is a member of our Student Council. He is taking a gap year to continue his training at Saddlebrook Tennis Academy. Hilla Dries. She is a golfer from Freiburg, Germany. Hilla is an honors graduate, co-president of Student Council, member of National Honor Society, and a Spartan ambassador. She is attending the University of New Haven in West Haven, Connecticut, and playing on the women's golf team. Johann Frascher. He is a golfer from Dusseldorf, Germany. Johann is a member of National Honor Society, a member of Student Council, and a Spartan ambassador. He is returning to Germany to attend university. Maddox Kevelar. He is a golfer from Seabrook, New Hampshire. Maddox is an honor graduate, member of National Honor Society, member of Student Council, and a Spartan ambassador. He is attending Florida Gulf Coast University in Fort Myers, Florida, and pursuing a degree in finance. Andrew Marcotte. He is a golfer from Hanover, Massachusetts. Andrew is a member of Student Council and a Spartan ambassador. He is returning to Massachusetts to begin working in golf course management. For our first guest speaker, I would like to welcome our valedictorian, Mr. Conrad Catlaps, to the stage to present his speech to the class of 2020.
Good evening. I've been living my life on autopilot. I got up at the same time each day, went to school the same way, wore the same uniform, and I even get to school at the same time for morning tennis with seconds to spare every day. Even my relationships ran on autopilot. I did not have to text someone, "Hey, do you want to meet up sometime?" because they were already sitting right next to me in Miss Carson's math class. I did not have to plan a meaningful reunion because I was probably going to see them at lunch, at practice, and at the dorms. I didn't need to plan big events because Dr. Robertson was already on it with student council, planning holiday trips and kickball matches and game nights. Saddlebrook did a lot of the work for us. But graduation changes the settings. After today, our friendships, our teams, and our connections will not be maintained for us. No more autopilot. So, what happens next? I started to think about what other relationships were on autopilot. I vividly remember one summer morning when, like most summers, I was visiting my grandparents in Europe with the rest of my family. We had all gotten together for breakfast outside in the garden, setting the table, preparing the food, and making sure none of the pets were sneaking in to bite for themselves. At that moment, I thought to myself how grateful I am for these people around me that I can call family, as well as those of whom I can call my best friends, and how I hoped for my relationships with them to stay this way forever. But then I thought about it more carefully. How did we even get to that moment? Who had the idea to get together? Who made the plans? Who sent the messages, changed their schedule, booked the flights, and made sure everyone actually showed up? Who kept those relationships strong even when there was distance, time, and whole lives happened in between? I might have been running on autopilot all the way to a sunny summer day in Europe, but my family wasn't. Like Saddlebrook, they were doing a lot of the work for me. I have learned through my mentors at Saddlebrook, my coaches at sport, my family and friends, that you can't rely on autopilot. I used to think that strong relationships were the ones that felt effortless, but now I see that strong relationships are built and maintained through consistent effort, connection, and attention. Relationships stay strong when we keep choosing them over and over again. We cannot count on being in the same classrooms, on the same fields, in the same dorms, or at the same lunch tables. We will not always have our families nearby to ask how our day was, make our favorite meal, or somehow know when something is wrong before we even say it. We must control the steering wheel ourselves, be the driver of our own lives. We send the message, we make the call, remember the birthday, without Ms. Garrett announcing it on announcements. We do little things and the big things that, when added together, build a life worth living. And maybe that is one of the most important things we can take from us from Saddlebrook. This place taught us independence, discipline, resilience, and responsibility. But it also taught us that none of us got here alone. Every person sitting here today has been shaped by someone else's effort, someone else's patience, and someone else's encouragement, and someone else's choice to show up. To those who have shown up for us, day after day, like August, who shows up in my room every morning to wake me up for school, we must thank them indefinitely and do our best to reciprocate that effort in showing up for them. Thank you, Mom, for coming down here today on this important moment of my life and creating the backbone of who I am today. Thank you, Dad, for without the sacrifices you have made, I would not be standing here speaking to this audience today. Thank you to my family and friends for keeping me sane throughout all the work in these 4 years. Thank you to my coaches and teachers who pride themselves in their work to make us all the best people we can become. Thank you to Ms. Garrett, Ms. Keys, and the boarding staff for 4 great years here, even when I may not have made them the very most easy years at times. And last but certainly not least, thank you to the class of 2026 for being great friends and even better people. No matter where life takes us next, I hope that all of you recognize how much potential sits in this room today. You should be proud of yourselves. As we all leave this place and move into different stages of our lives, we will be going to different schools, cities, and eventually different paths altogether. Life will become busy, and staying close to the people around us today will not always be easy. But I hope that you remember that relationships do not simply last because of time or history. They last because people choose, again and again, to care for one another. So as the class of 2026 moves forward, I hope we continue making that choice. As we graduate, I challenge you all to take everything off of autopilot, to live intentionally, and and to never become so comfortable with the people that you love that you forget to show them that you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Conrad, for that truly amazing speech. I like what you said. Live intentionally and never forget to show the ones we love how important they are in our lives. Next, I would like to ask our Student Council Co-President, Ms. Hilla Dries, to come to the stage and present her speech to her fellow classmates.
Good evening. Dreams are in their most basic form, both a beginning and an ending. They are the reason we start a journey, and they are the destination we hope to reach. They give us something to work toward, something to hope for, and something to imagine achieving when days are long and difficult. Every one of us came to Saddlebrook chasing a dream. For some of us, that meant competing in tournaments or championships, reaching for a trophy, a ranking, a score. For others, it meant studying late, taking on challenging classes, improving our grades, and raising our GPAs. It meant living independently, trying new foods, experiencing new cultures, and discovering who we are far from home. But whatever dreams brought us here, whether it was athletic, academic, personal, or something we can't fully name yet, I think we can all agree that our dreams became more than destinations. They became the experience that shaped us into the people sitting here today. When I first came to Saddlebrook, like many of us, I came here chasing a dream. For me, that dream was to play college golf. For the past 3 years, that dream has shaped almost every part of my daily life. Long practices, difficult days, pressure, sacrifices, and moments where I questioned whether this was really the right decision. There were days when progress felt slow and frustrating, days where balancing school, practice, and expectations became overwhelming. For a long time, I believed the most important thing was whether I achieved this dream. I am proud to share that I achieved my dream of playing college golf. But as I sat there on signing day, pen in hand, looking at my commitment letter, the feeling I had was not the feeling I had anticipated. I had thought for years that once I finally achieved my dream, I would feel like I had reached the finish line. I thought I would feel complete, like all of the hard days would suddenly come to an end because the goal had finally been accomplished. I did feel proud. I felt excited for what is next, but what I valued most of all is who I had become along the way. I'd become more disciplined and resilient, more independent and more confident in my ability to keep going even when things were difficult. More grateful for the moments and the people who supported me and guided me along the way. I realized that the dream was important, but the person I became while chasing it was the actual achievement. We often do not realize it, but the challenges we face as we chase our dreams slowly transform us into stronger people. Looking back now, I realize some of the hardest moments were also the most important. They forced me in ways success alone never could. Challenges teach us patience, perspective, and how to keep moving forward even when things do not go perfectly. Dreams gave me direction, but the challenges along the way made me who I am today. Every person here has faced moments that tested them. We all have experienced setbacks, pressure, and uncertainty along the way. But we kept going. That is what makes this moment meaningful. Not the caps and gowns, not the tassels or cords, but the people we are here that are sitting. We are gathered to celebrate the achievement of our graduation, and it is an achievement. But I hope you join me in celebrating the growth behind that achievement. The resilience we showed during difficult moments, the confidence we gained by pushing through challenges we once thought we could not overcome, and the strength we discovered in ourselves along the way. Many of us started this journey only on where we wanted to end up. We viewed our dreams as final destinations, something we had either achieved or failed to achieve. But if we only see dreams as singular accomplishments, we risk believing that the growth ends once we reach them. Standing here today, we have achieved the goal of graduating, but this is not where our growth stops. There will always be new goals, new challenges, and new dreams that continue shaping who we will become. To those who have shaped who we have become during our time here at Saddlebrook, I want to extend my sincerest gratitude. Thank you to my coach Mark for your constant guidance, patience, and for pushing us to become better every day. To the teachers, thank you for your dedication and support throughout our journey. To the Saddlebrook faculty, Ms. Donna and Ms. Wolby, I'm endlessly grateful for all the support. Ms. Garrett and Ms. Keys, thank you for everything you do behind the scenes to keep the school running and to make this environment feel like a place where we can grow and succeed. And finally, to my parents, thank you for your constant love and support, for always pushing me when I needed it, and for believing in me when I doubted myself, for giving me the opportunity to pursue my dream. I would not be standing here without you. As we leave here today, I ask that you continue chasing the dream that challenges you. Not because the journey will always be easy, but because every dream we pursue teaches us something about ourselves. They push us to grow in new ways, even if our dreams change over time. Even if they don't turn out exactly the way we imagine, we have all had the privilege of chasing our dreams here at Saddlebrook. But we have also had the privilege of the challenge of the chase. Don't take it for granted, and don't waste the opportunity to become exactly who you want to be. Thank you, and good night.
Thank you, Hilla, for such a truly inspirational speech. Dreams can be attainable and challenging. However, it is the journey that shapes us into the people that we want to become. Next, I would like to ask our Student Council Co-President, Mr. Guanhua Vayan, to come to the stage and present his speech to his fellow classmates.
Good evening. When I first got to Florida, I was not sure I belonged here. Everything felt unfamiliar, the heat was unbearable, and the air felt heavy and humid. The sun felt way too bright all the time. I'll bet I'm not the only one here who has felt personally attacked by Florida weather. I remember walking outside and instantly wanted to go back, take the car ride, take the flight back home, and then return back. I know that I'm not the only person in the class of 2026 who's had to adjust to something new. Some of us came from different countries, different states, different families. Some of us arrived excited, some of us arrived nervous. Some of us arrived pretending we were fine, we were actually unsure of where we fit. In our own ways, we all had to learn how to belong. At first, I missed what I knew. I missed what felt familiar. And because I was holding so tightly to the life I had before, it was hard for me to fully appreciate the life that was forming around me. I thought Florida was just a temporary stop in my life. I never imagined it would become a place that changed me. I never imagined it would become a place that I would one day struggle to leave. Slowly, over months and years, without even realizing it, something in me started to shift. The warmth of the sun started to feel comforting instead of irritating. The air began to feel familiar. I started paying attention to small things I had not noticed before. The way the sky changed colors at the end of the day. The way the rain drops to the ground. The way the palm trees moved in the wind. The way ordinary moments here began to feel like home. Driving back from the beach one day, during the sunset, I looked outside the car window. The palm trees looked greener than before. The sunset was more vivid. The sunlight reflected across the rows of the trees, and everything around me felt alive. The sky looked endless, the ocean looked endless, and for the first time, I wanted my time here in Florida to feel endless as well. It hit me then that this moment would be one of my last here, and feeling hurt in a strange way. I realized how attached I had become to this place, even without noticing. The reality is that Florida never actually changed. The beaches were always beautiful, the sunsets were always vivid, the skies were always blue. What changed was me. In a large part, that change came from the people here, the classmates who became my friends, the teachers who believed in me, the coaches who pushed me, and the staff who supported me. The community helped me grow, even when I did not realize it was happening. This place taught us lessons that were not always written on the board or printed on an assignment. It taught us how to adapt. It taught us how to keep going. It taught us how to ask for help, how to support one another, how to handle pressure, and how to become more independent. Most importantly, it taught us that sometimes a place becomes meaningful, not all at once, but slowly, through the people who make it feel like home. Looking back now, I think a part of me was still holding on to the life I had before everything started to change. I missed a life that felt simple, a life without so many worries about the future, without the pressure to already have everything figured out. Because I was holding so tightly to what I had left behind, it was hard for me to appreciate what was right in front of me. Now, as I feel the same nostalgia for Florida, I realized I could easily look toward college with that same fear. I could convince myself that what comes next cannot possibly be as good as what I have now. I could tell myself that leaving means losing something. But Florida and Saddlebrook have given me a new perspective. When we hold too tightly to the past, even the past we love, we can miss the beauty of the life we're still living. As students and young adults, we spend so much time missing what used to be, wondering what could be better, fearing what comes next, or resisting the change that we forget to appreciate the present while we're still living in it. Now I know that the things we once judged, ignored, or took for granted can become the very things we miss the most. This perspective makes me want to live differently. It makes me want to notice the little details, appreciate the ordinary days, and cherish the people and places around me before they become memories. Today, as I stand at the end of this chapter, I do not want to wait until later to recognize what has mattered. I want to recognize it now. To my family, thank you for giving me this opportunity and for your care. None of this would have been possible without you, without your love and care. To my coaches, thank you for pushing me and guiding me and helping me grow stronger both as an athlete and as a person. A special thank you to Jan for everything he's done for me. To the Saddlebrook staff and faculty, thank you for making this place more than just a school. Thank you for your patience, your support, and your belief in us. Thank you for Ms. Garrett for always having my back in difficult situations. Thank you, Ms. Keys, for always providing my support throughout my years at Saddlebrook. Thank you to Ms. Campbell, Ms. Carson, and Dr. Robinson for helping me through my AP classes and reminding me that I was capable even when I doubted myself. When I first came to Florida, I wanted to leave. Now as I prepare to leave, I'm struck by the privilege of the time I have had here. The opportunity to be here, to grow here, and to make the memories I have made. I understand how lucky I am to have had something so hard to say goodbye to. So I challenge all of you, class of 2026, to look around before you move forward. Notice the people beside you. Appreciate the places that shaped you. Do not wait until something is ending to realize how much it mattered to you. I encourage you to look back not with sadness, but with gratitude. I encourage you to look forward not with fear, but with hope. Most of all, I encourage you to find the joy in the present moment while you're still living in it. Congratulations, class of 2026. Thank you.
Thank you, Juan, for such a wonderful speech. Sometimes a place becomes more meaningful, not all at once, but slowly through the people who make it feel like home. We should all learn to appreciate more the places that helped to shape us. Now, Ms. Willoughby, will you come to the stage and present our diploma?
Valedictorian Conrad Catlap. Co-salutatorian Kronwa Van. Kingston Chubanista. Johann Frascher. Andrew Marcotte. Co-salutatorian, August Yost. Mario Alvarez Cabrera. Hilla Dries. And Maddox Kettlar.
To the class of 2026, every step you take from this moment forward is a choice. Some choices will feel big, others will feel small. But every choice will move you in a certain direction. Every decision will shape not only where you're going, but who you're becoming. A young man once spoke at his graduation about choices and shared an important lesson that he learned from his mother. Hate has a 4-letter word, but so does love. Lying has a 5-letter word, but so does truth. Enemies has 7 letters, but so does friends. Negativity has 10 letters, but so does positivity. And failure has 7 letters, but so does success. Each path is a choice, whether you choose discipline over comfort, courage over fear, love over resentment, or growth over excuses. What you decide every day will shape your future in ways you may not fully realize until years later. But the beautiful thing is, you have a choice. Choosing the right path, however, is often easier said than done. Life is complicated. Feelings are difficult. Pressure is real. And in the moment, the right choice it's not always the easiest choice. So graduates, I offer you this advice. Build an unshakable foundation of character. Today I would like to offer you 6 core principles that can steady your steps, guide your choices, and help you become the person you're meant to be. These principles are universal, powerful, and proven. They are not shortcuts to success. They are guideposts for your journey. The first, dream big. Without a dream, there's no direction. With one, the impossible becomes possible. Big dreams are the blueprint for greatness. They push people to grow beyond comfort and imagine a future that does not yet exist. So ask yourself, what is your dream? Don't settle for a moment, a title, or a win. Pursue growth and transformation. Number 2, love what you do. Passion turns hard work into purpose and sacrifice into joy. True love for your craft sustains you through pain, failure, and fatigue. It's not about loving every moment. It's about loving the journey that helps you become a better person. Number 3, have a strong work ethic. Dreams don't work unless you do. Discipline, consistency, and grit are real game changers. Show up early. Do the hard things. Build habits that outlast motivation and keep striving for greatness. Number 4, spirit of sacrifice. Trade what's easy for what's meaningful. Every champion pays a hidden price. Comfort, convenience, even ego. Growth demands letting go of what's familiar and reaching for something greater. Appreciate the places that have helped you grow. Number 5, arrogance with a purpose. If you want to surpass me, then out-train me, out-learn me, and outlast me. This isn't ego, it's conviction. It's walk with belief. It's walking with belief. Competing with confidence, and never letting others define your worth. It's your armor. Wear it proudly. 6, environment is everything. Culture drives behavior. Standards shape identity. The best results come from the best environments and the people you surround yourself with. Build a culture of pride, discipline, and a shared mission, where excellence becomes contagious. Class of 2026. No one becomes great all at once. Greatness is not born, it is built, step by step, choice by choice, and day by day. Choose your path with hope, choose your sacrifices with wisdom, and choose your future with courage. But last, choose your life with love. Thank you. Congratulations to our newest graduates of Saddlebrook Preparatory School, the class of 2026. They will direct you where you go for dinner.